Question 4. In a choir of 50 pupils, the number of girls is 2 more than 5 times the number of boys. A. How many girls are there? And B. How many boys are there? Question 4. Using the Singapore bar method. The first thing we need to find is the gender with the fewest amount in the choir. So if we look at the question, the number of girls is 2 more than 5 times the number of boys. So the boys are the smallest number in the choir. So we're going to create 2 labels, one for the boys first and one for the girls. We are now going to create one block to represent the boys. Now the girls are 5 times larger or 5 times more than the boys plus 2. 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Plus 2. So we can put this in, plus 2. And together there are 50 in the choir. In the choir. Then we want to get all equal blocks. So we need to really do without this 2. We need to get rid of this 2. So I'm just going to put this up here, minus 2. So we're going to have 50 minus 2 equals 48. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks are equal to 48. 6 blocks are equal to 48. So 1 block is equal to 48 divided by 6, which is 8. 6 8 to 48. So we can put the number into the blocks. Now part A asks, how many girls are in the choir? So we've got 1 8 is 8, 2 8 is 16, 3 8 is 24, 4 8 is 32, 5 8 is 40, add 2, 42. There are 42 girls. How many boys? There are 8. In total, there are 50 in the class. We have solved the word problem using the Singapore bar method. Question 4. Using the algebraic method. The first thing we need to find out is what is the smallest quantity. So the number of girls is 2 more than 5 times the number of boys. So the smallest amount of pupils are the boys. So let's have a look at step 1. Name only one variable, x. It is usually the smallest quantity, which is boys. So step 1. The boys will equal x. So that is an algebraic expression for the boys. Step 2. back at the steps. Define the other unknowns in terms of x. So the other unknowns are the girls. In terms of x. Now we need to look at this question very, very carefully. The girls, the number of girls is 2 more than 5 times the number of boys. So the girls are 5 times more than the boys plus 2. 5 times the number of boys. Now we know that 5 times x. So we write that as 5x. 5 times the amount of girls plus 2. So now on step 3, we write an equation. So we know that the boys plus the girls equals 50 pupils. So we use the expressions now. So let's have a look. So the boys is represented by x. So we write that down. X plus the expression for the girls is 5x plus 2. Equals 50. Now the first thing we've got with the equation is we have to collect like terms. It's called like terms. So we add the x's together and then add the coefficients or the numbers together. So we have got x plus 5x, which is 6x, plus 2 equals 50. Now we need to get the x on its own on the one side of the equation. On the left hand side, as it's positive, we want to get x on its own. So the first thing we're going to do is to get rid of this 2. We're just going to get rid of this 2 first. It's plus 2. So we're going to take 2 away from the left hand side and we're going to take 2 away from the right hand side. Plus 2, take 2, cancels it out, it equals 0. So we're going to take 2 away from the left hand side and we're going to take 2 away from the right hand side. Square paper is really useful for setting out algebraic expressions. So we can see that 6x, now plus 2 take 2 is 0, it cancels out, equals 50 take 2 is 48. So we have now 6x equals 48. 6x equals 48. We still need to get the x on its own. Now this is 6 times x. So to get x on its own, we need to divide. We need to undo the multiplication. So we divide both sides by 6. We divide both sides by 6. And we start cancelling out. 6 into 6 goes once. 6 into 6 goes once. That leaves us with just x on its own. I'm just going to put the x here. Equals 6 into 6 goes once. 6 into 48 goes 8. 6 eighths are 48. So x is equal to 8. And always highlight the value of x. So now we're going to answer the question, which is step 4. And we do this by substituting the expressions. So step 4. We want to know how many girls are in the class. Well, you can see here the expression for the girls is 5x plus 2. So where you see x, you'll put the number 8. So we'll write the expression down again. We've got the girls. A, girls. Write the expression down again just to help us understand is 5x plus 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to substitute the x for 8 equals 5 times 8 plus 2. 5 times 8 is 40 plus 2. The answer is 42. Just to make it more clear, I'm just going to put the girls equals 42. Going to highlight the answer. So now we've got the number of girls in the class, we need to work out the number of boys. Let's have a look at the expression for the boys. Here are the boys. This is the expression. It's x, just x. And we've solved the value of x here. So x is equal to 8. Just put the expression is x. So x is equal to 8. So the boys are equal to 8. And just a quick check. 8 plus 42 is 50. And there are 50 pupils in the class. So we have solved this problem algebraically.